Started this job September 1st of 2001, and then September 11th, 2001 happened, and it changed talk radio forever. And for the last 25 years, I've had a chip on my shoulder when it comes to a certain group of people and the fact that we're allowing them to just sneak in internally and kind of take over. So we need to do something about it. Scott Gibbs is a psychologist. He's also the author of Toward the Turning, Rethinking the Meaning of 9/11, The Clash of Civilizations, and Postmodern World. Hi, Scott.
Hi, Fawn. How are you?
I'm okay, but I'm still mad about 9/11. I'm never going to stop being mad. It's like the generation that had, or who had Pearl Harbor. They're never going to stop being mad about that. I find it offensive that we're electing people who sympathized with terrorists into any form of government, even if it's a school board. I take offense to that.
Yeah, I get that. I've treated people who've been impacted by 9/11, fought in wars after 9/11. I get the horrific nature of it.
Yeah, it's never been resolved. We've never really gotten the kind of revenge I want.
Revenge? Yeah.
Yep.
I think the challenge with the revenge is that it perpetuates the cycle that happens, right? That leads to something like 9/11. That's part of the challenge I worry about.
Yeah, but you're a psychologist. I'm a realist. So, I want somebody, well, you know what? All the guys flying the planes are dead, but the guys who funded them are not. They're still running Iran, and I want them all dead. Then I'll be happy.
I can understand. I get it.
Are you sorry you came on the show now?
Am I sorry I came on the show? No, not really.
Because
look, it reminds me a lot. It reminds me a lot of what it's like when I'm doing couples counseling. I see a lot of couples, right? I've done it for a long time.
Well, I'm going to
break. They come in and one wants to blame the other. It's not usually revenge, right? But it's blame, and it's a lot of anger.
Wait a minute. You think we were to blame for 9/11?
I guess what I would say is...
If you say yes, I'm going to crap the bed, just so you know.
I guess what I would say is, first of all, I don't think anything justifies it.
Yeah.
Second of all, I think that there are a swath of people in the Muslim world who think it's not surprising that it happened, right? And clearly the people who did it blame the United States for things they were doing, right, or the West.
No, they just hate us because we're Christian, a Christian country. They hate us because we're not Islamic. That's what it is. I've spoken to them.
I think that's part of it. The other part is our government has historically been supportive of autocratic rulers, right, out of our own interests. And a lot of those societies have struggled, and the people there feel oppressed, right? A lot of them have turned to Islam as a solution, and pretty intense forms of Islam.
Or because they've had a gun to their head and said, if you don't turn to Islam, we'll shoot you in the face. And the people in Iran desperately want out from under the foot of Islam as a government. It's fine as a religion if you're a peaceful Muslim, but Islam as a rule is brutal. That's why 80% rather of the rapes that happen in Michigan are people who are of a certain ilk who think it's okay to rape little girls because women are nothing.
Yeah, I guess I hesitate a bit with the broad brushstrokes. I'm sure there are lots of folks in Iran who are happy with, sort of the Islamic Revolution, and lots who aren't, right? And as for the rapes, I can't really speak to that one.
Yeah.
Although I did grow up in Michigan, so I'm sensitive to it.
Yeah. Well, I grew up in North Dakota, and half my friends live in Michigan. I don't know why. They need to leave. So I love North Dakota, too, so that tells you something. But, yeah, you cannot look at the celebrations that were in the street after Trump attacked the leaders of Iran, and the celebrations and people who were saying, thank you, Mr. Trump. I've had political prisoners on my show who were beaten and put in boxes, buried alive by these people who you are somehow sticking up for, sort of. I don't understand it. I'm not a psychologist, but that mentality to me is I don't understand it, because even the people who live there don't like it.
if I understand what you're saying, I mean, I think we're just coming at it from two different perspectives. Like, look, there's one part of me that's sort of like, well, of course. I mean, if they're oppressed, and that's, the government should be changed. I mean, the Arab Spring was a fantastic thing, as an example, right? Mm-hmm. On the other hand, if you want to try to get to the root cause, the engine of what goes on, so you can avoid another 9/11, you got to start to understand what's going on beneath the surface, right? And the "we're good, they're bad" is perfectly fine and reasonable until you start to try to understand the mechanics of what's going on. Moreover, when you start to talk about it that way, it's just going to create more of the same. It participates in the dynamic. I mean, your wanting them dead simply inflames them more and wants them to want you dead.
I don't care. I don't care because they already killed. Okay, they killed so many people on our soil that I don't care what they think, and I want them dead. And just like if someone killed my child, I'd kill him myself. It's that simple. So I'm hoping to avoid having our grandchildren die. Yeah, right? That's my sort of. Well, then you better become Islamic, because they think of you as less than them. And if you've ever read their holy book, which I have twice, it calls for that. And there are peaceful Muslims who choose to interpret some of that script as different. But if you read it, you can see why people get radicalized, and people who want to do bad things do them, because that book allows them to. It actually tells them to. And
I get it.
We're not good and they're bad. We're free and they're not. That's the difference.
Yeah, I mean, look, I hear what you're saying, and I'm not. I've read large swaths of
You're kind of giving them a pass here, and I'm not liking it.
I hear you. Giving them a pass. I don't know that I'm giving them a pass. I'm just trying to look at what they do the same way I look at what we do. I mean, why do we, support autocratic regimes for oil or safety?
Because
right?
we need oil.
Because we need oil. Well, yeah. Okay. Why? Why do we
which autocratic regime do we support? Which one?
Well, I mean, Saudi Arabia?
Saudi Arabia's prince is nothing but good to us. He's changed Saudi Arabia for the better for the last 10 years. He's making changes. He's helping us stand up against enemies. The people aren't crying to be taken out from under his rule.
Okay. So what you're saying, I guess, if I hear you, is that it's okay to support an autocratic regime as long as they take care of their people, which I can get behind. I mean, that's not the end of the world for me.
Yeah, he's not murdering them.
But we did also support the Shah of Iran, right? So
that was a long time ago. That was a long time ago. Yeah.
Well, not in the minds of the Iranians. I mean, look, I'm probably much closer at one level to where you are than what you're making it out to be, which is like I get the issue of being. I get that it's upsetting. What I'm saying is I'm not willing to participate in that because what I think it does is just makes more of the same. I mean, are we any closer really between Israel and its neighbors than we were 100 years ago?
Well, I mean, if they'd stop trying to kill Israel, that would be great.
Well,
Israel wouldn't shoot a single missile if they weren't shot at.
I guess the tricky part is it's hard for you to put yourself in the shoes of the people who feel oppressed by them, who feel like their land is being. It's sort of like the Mexicans are coming to take Texas, and
so when they dig at archaeological,
I think you are upset by it.
Yeah, I am very upset by it because there is no such thing as a Palestinian. There's never been Palestine. That's never existed. When they do archaeological digs, they find shekels, not a Palestinian coin, because there's no such thing as Palestine. And Iran supports those proxies who keep attacking my friends who live in Jerusalem and along the Gaza border. And I don't want my friends dead because they live in a country where you can be free. And by the way, a lot of Muslims and Arabs live there. So they're killing their own people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So there's that.
I hear you.
Yeah. All right. So where do people get your book? Because I would like them to see your side of it, but I just think it's out there because I'm mad about 9/11. If I were young enough to have joined the military, I would have gone over there and 2 New York minutes. But
So, yeah.
yeah, I mean, it's, to me, I just don't think America's the bad guy. And if we've made bad decisions in our history, yes, we have. But we also have freedom, and no other country has that like we have it. And we're the best country in the world. So anybody else who comes at us, I'm coming at them.
Well, look, I think what you're coming at is what you think you see in me. I'm not saying we're the bad guy. I'm saying we do stuff that upsets people, and they react to that.
Okay.
So does that make us the bad guy? I mean, in certain situations we are. Just like the people who drove planes into, buildings.
Yeah, when Obama was a terrible president, we were the bad guy for a while there. All right, so where do people get your book, Scott? Because we only have a minute left.
On Amazon. It comes out July 28th. It's sort of in press right now, so it'll be out in a month.
Well, everybody buy it, because I want you to read the perspective here, and the back and forth that we've had this morning, to a certain degree, has been because I'm still mad about 9/11.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
I totally get it.
And I'll never be not mad about 9/11. And the guys who did it still haven't paid for it. And I think they should. Scott Gibbs is a psychologist, and his book, Toward the Turning, Rethinking the Meaning of 9/11, The Clash of Civilizations in a Postmodern World, will be available very soon. So everybody grab it. Thank you, Scott.
Thanks, Lon. Appreciate the time.
You too. Bye-bye.